All right, welcome back. I apologize. I was ill prepared and very distracted. I was very distracted and ill prepared. I was right about the UV system, like I said at the end of the last video. Um, and here's the long and short of it. Okay, so you must have every single UV maps selected, not active, selected in the UV map section over here in your properties, in your this thing. So you go into the UV section of this entire area and you make sure every object up here, every single mesh you have is highlighting UV map. From there, you will go, get out of this, shit. Okay. What, out of that, you go out of edit mode. Okay, so you'll hit all, Control R to scale it, which I've already done, or Control A and then scale, which I've already done, so there's no use in me doing it again. Not right now, anyway. Okay, hit tab. Now before, this is going to be a jumbled mess. You're just going to see a whole bunch of overlapping UVs. But once you have everything selected, you go select A. Everything's highlighted, which means everything's selected. Like if I unselect it, Control Z, Control Z, there we go. Tab. There we go. So this is unselected. This is everything selected. You'll go U or go up to this little UV tab and you'll hit Smart UV Project. And it's going to do this. I'm going to pack it all in. And if you have all the UVs highlighted, not active, but highlighted, everything stays the same size. I forgot the hallway. That's why that was distorting like it was. I forgot the hallway and some other minor things. I have since fixed that. I selected them all. So everything up here is all selected, all on UV map. And you put it in this space. Okay, so now I could go through every material I have and bake it to this and make a texture out of it, but I'm doing that last. So I'm only going to show it happening on one texture. But you're going to see it's going to bake to this UV map. Okay? That's what it's going to do. This is why seams are important if you're trying to align things like this. This hallway would not have been aligned without these seams on the inside. These seams on the outside, I think, are for this. This is a separate object. It has seams on both sides, too. Actually, that doesn't have seams, does it? I think those might be for those little squares. I don't remember. But seams are important for things that have complex shapes, like non-squares or rectangles, you know, things that have weird shapes. Seams are excellent. Creating islands that stay the same scale is important. If you go to scale these and they don't have seams, it's going to guess how you wanted to scale the separate objects. These are two separate objects. This inside and this outside are two separate objects. If I hadn't put the seams on there, they would not have scaled together. That's what that does. It scales it all together so that when you go to put your material in it, it stays lined up and the same size. Everything matches up. Without these, it's guessing, and it's always doing a terrible job of it. Always does a terrible job, trust me. Not going to get it to work right without the seams. So yeah, now I have everything selected. I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to show you what it would do. Okay. Oh, the table. So tab. I don't have to be in this mode, but I'm just going to be for display purposes. Okay, so we're going to do the table. We got the table selected, which means the material is the bar table material, which is that wood. I already scaled and everything. And what you'll do, if this is a little small, yeah. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Trying to grab that. There we go. Stretch this out a little bit because you need to see more. This is a weird view for me. Sorry, I'm not used to everything on top and on bottom. Here's what you'll do. I'll create new image. I'll just open. Cancel. Am I still not open enough? There it is. Okay, okay. I think this is it. No. Image. There we go. New image. Sorry. I'm not used to the new interface. I'm very old school, so I haven't had to do this in a while. Okay. Atlas material. We're gonna do 4K, which is what? 4080? Oh shit, hold on. I think that's 4080. Bam! 4080. Always in a block. 4K Atlas. Yes, it's a bigger file. Get rid of this. Do not do alphas. Don't do your alphas. But what you do want to do with the material when you're baking, color, direct and indirect. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. You want to bake the lighting into the texture because it's a static object. It's not moving. Bake the lighting in. If it's a non-static object, don't bake the lighting in because it's going to get its lighting from the light probes. If you've been working with Unity and lighting up the characters that come into your world, the avatars, you know about light probes and that they make baked lights show on avatars. Not the greatest, but it does work. I don't know what my phone's doing. Sorry, guys. Being stupid. Well, the phone's blowing up. Let's see here. I'm just talking out my ass with my phone stuff. That's why I'm sorry. My phone is just, it is what it is. All right. Here's what I'm going to show you. Create image, and then save that image. Why didn't it create? Oh yeah, open that image here. So we go to open that image, Atlas material. It should be at the top. Alphabetical, right? Oh, I didn't save it. And save it. Image, save. Save this, because you want to... Oh shit, cancel. 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 Where's our new image? Image. New. Actually, we gotta go image open, cancel. Okay, new image. Atlas material. Oh, why did that? Okay, get rid of alpha. Generate type blank. Yep. You just do blank, as we're going to be baking. 32 bits good. This is all good. And hit OK. There we go. See, that's the new Atlas material. Okay, that's the new Atlas picture. Nothing on it. Completely blank, black, just an image. Now we're going to want to save that image to a location where we'll remember where it's at. So what you'll do is save this data block ever. Save. Okay, save. Where's the save button? I don't know what it's doing. Image, save. Save as Atlas material PNG. Let's just go to where it's saved. Blender assets, worlds, club worlds, textures. There we go. Come on, open. Oh, we're just going to select the file. Save. There we go. Ta-da! Good. Good to go. There's our blank image. Saved to our computer. We're not going to lose it. I know this seems like a slow process, but I'm just slowing it down because I know people speed through this in the tutorials on YouTube because they expect people to pause it, but I think that's a little rude myself. And down here, in this asset, okay, after we've got the direct and indirect selected for atlasing the world, go back to this, okay, make sure this is selected. This is the one you're going to be baking to, not the active. When it's highlighted, it's baking to that map, but just the one you have highlighted and just the material that you have the image in. So we'll add a material input. Image texture. There we go, right there. Image texture. Or image texture. That's magic. Image. You just drop it there. Okay. Now we go open Atlas room. No, not that one. This is the wrong spot. Okay, so D, Blender, assets, worlds, club worlds, textures. Bam, right there. Open. Make sure it's selected. Go back to your baking tab, your little camera thing. The bake. You have to tell it what type you want. We do want diffused. That's the first one. You have to bake it several times. You have to make a separate image for each one. Atlas material. Like, I could have named that better. I should have named it Atlas diffused. Atlas underscore diff, you know, whatever. But for this example, this is all we're going to show. And we're going to show what it's going to do to this. It's going to look a little bit different. It is. Because of the current lighting in the room. It's going to get a little bit darker and have a little bit orange tinge in certain areas. Besides that, it's going to look the same. And it should bake pretty fast. Margin, 2 pixels. That's good. That's fine. Because it's 0.66 in here, so 2 pixels is okay. I would set it margin 0 personally. I don't think I want any margins on how it's going to bake. That can cause some overlap issues. So take a look at the settings. They're important. Not so sure about this one, but whatever. Diffuse for diffuse, you'll make several images and then you'll link them in the main texture that you'll create. You'll create a new texture for the entire world and you'll plug in all those images like this. But you won't need this because it'll be irrelevant. You'll just need this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, select it, making sure it's highlighted, make sure the bake's good. And then if all is right, you should be able to hit bake and it should just do it. See, texture bake, 0%. This might take some time because this is a very high res area. Okay, very high res. This is taking forever. Holy crap. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. It says it's gonna take an hour. Because I went 4K. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, light mapping, which I forgot to mention at first, is the longest process you're going to do. But remember, although it's going to be a big file, when it's done, you're only going to have one texture. One set pass call, actually technically 3 set pass calls per object that uses that light map. For reflection probe purposes, I am keeping my bar area, hallway, this room, the outside, and the entrance separate objects that all call to the same UV map. So anytime you're looking in the direction of any of them, and you can even see like the smallest little marginal crack, you're going to get that set pass call. But instead of having like 60, 80, 100 set pass calls, I'm literally going to have like 9. 9 of them, okay? Now, what's really funny about this is it's only baking this texture onto this map. And it will usually do a live update. But it's not. It's fine. That's selected. And it's baking. To Atlas material, right? Yes, Atlas material. Number of users, 2. There's 2 objects that use this. And the one on top, the one on bottom, technically. No, that's right. That object and the... Shoot, sorry. So this is one object, even though they're separate pieces. This object and this object are currently the only... Oh, that uses it too. How come there's only 2? Users of data, this data. Click to make a single user copy. Oh, okay. I see what it's saying. There's 2 things using Atlas material. That's not... Don't worry about it. That's insignificant. Oh, it might not take too long. Maybe about 10 minutes or so. But even that's ridiculous. So 4 minutes for 6%. So 10% for maybe like 5 minutes. Yeah, about an hour. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes this view will not update. Okay, it's a PNG, it's see-through. You're only going to see the things go through. We want to do a quick bake, don't we? Okay, we're going to do a quick bake. Well, it's calculating the lighting. That's why it's taking so long. But you want to do this. You really do. If I have to sit through an hour's worth of baking in the future, not now, I will. But for every material you have, so if I selected them all, right? Let's do this. Let's stop this baking. See, you can't see anything because it literally was just still kind of baking other stuff that wasn't going to be put on here. Other spots. It'll bake every single spot. You know? Let's see if I can do this. Material 2K. Let's not do direct or indirect, but we just want to show you the color. How about that? Will you let me do that in a fast manner? Yes, no, maybe. Let's see. Oh my god. Because it's a 4K image, isn't it? Screw you. Listen. Listen. You're killing me here. I'll create a new image. Okay. New. Example. Atlas. 1080. 1080. Ta-da. And okay. Example 1080. Gotta zoom in because it's small. Quarter of the size. Did I delete that? Yeah, I did. I did delete that. Image texture. E or example atlas. See, it does it right there. All right. So you have example atlas. It's smaller now. This should be a faster process. Select it. Make sure it's highlighted like that. Make sure that the one you're on is UV map, because that's what it's going to bake to. Active one's the one it's going to bake onto this UV map. That's simple. Assuming that you've scaled everything like I have, this is what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, cycles. You want to be on cycles. I'd be on cycles. Like I said, these are important. That's not so important. That the render viewport thing, don't worry about that. I just have a cool, fast, awesome computer, so I can do really high numbers like this in the viewport. And for the render doesn't have to be so big now. So let's go to 512 for the render. We'll do 600. Why not? The render's going to be 600. I'm not rendering it, I'm baking it. I'm an idiot. Okay, don't worry about that. Just select, highlight, bake. Give it a second to start generating. It's only generating the color of this whole area. And see, ooh, a lot faster. Yeah, it's going to be about 10 minutes. 5 minutes, probably faster. Perfect. This is what you want to do. Okay. Just remember, don't get freaked out by how big this picture is. You do further compressing in Unity, and it further compresses it for Quest users also. So you get the general PC compression of it being a smaller file, and even if it's bigger, you don't have to worry about it. It's pretty fast. It's not terrible. Just think this is a smaller image. And once I do the lighting for everything, and I hit bake for everything, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It will have to go through this process for every object. So once I combine these rooms, the hallway, this, and the outside, it's going to have to do this 5 times. So that's 5 hours worth of baking for a 4K image that has direct and indirect light and color baked in. The other maps will generate faster, but they're also going to have to be 4K, and they're not going to have like light or anything like that, because they're going to be like normals and metallic emissions, things like that. There we go. Boom, done. You zoom in. Look what I have here. Now that's very pixelated. If you look in the view, you can't see it look crappy. But I'm about to show you what it looks like in the albedo map. So you just attach this and attach this. Oh God, why does that look crappy? Oh, right. Remember, once you do switch this over, you have to make this the active UV map, because now it's based off of that. Yeah, see how crappy that looks? That looks terrible. Oh my God. Looks so bad. Not even the right size. Yeah, it is. You see the little lines and stuff? Oh my God, that's such a terrible quality. But that was for fast reference. That was not the 4K image. Ooh, that's going to be so fun. It will look normal. I don't know why the normals don't look normal. Why don't the normals look normal? Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. Book. Oh, that's right. Hold on, guys. I know what the problem is. They would all have to be taken off, and they all have to be baked. So for now, you're only going to get to see the very weird looking that. Yeah. And then put it back on that one. So yeah, you saw all the lines. You could see all the lines and stuff. And you have to do that for each one, the normals and everything. I want to see a 4K image. I'm going to make sure it actually looks good. But give me a second. I'm going to go back here. Highlighted. That's not a 4K image, so I'll have to go back to the other one. Oof. Let's go back to the other one, which is in the A's, Atlas Material. And bake this one completely without the lighting baked in. Hopefully it's faster. My God. I hope it's faster. I can imagine somebody with like not a very good computer having complications with this. Oh, look how fast it's baking because I'm not doing the lighting. I just want to see the quality of the texture in 4K on this light map. I may even have to further up the light map size. The biggest light map I can do for VR is a 4K, which is what this is. It's actually going to downscale it to 2080, I think. 2040. I forget. But it's going to downscale it. It's going to have the whole texture size, but it's going to compress it. And then it's going to be compressed again, but not look any different. Because I don't compress it that much. I crunch compress, which is an amazing thing. With the way I'm building meshes now, I don't have to compress my meshes because they're very small. Very topically sound. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Yeah. Ta-da. Oh God, that's not much better. Oh God, that's gonna look terrible here. Let's go. Okay, so you see how much detail's in that, right? Remember, we're just looking at the map, what it looks like. So don't freak out that the norms don't look right. Oh God. Oh God. That's even terrible. Maybe I was overshooting. Maybe I was being way too freaking hopeful that would look right. Holy crap. I have to limit my textures. Unless I can do like a 10K, which would take forever. Like to get it to look like that. And to have it Atlas. I'm just gonna have to have a very, very big world. This will work for small worlds, but not big worlds. Or maybe, yeah, maybe let's take a different approach to it. So I thought I was going to be able to atlas this without that much data loss. Yeah, but you see, this is 4K, and it's still highly pixelated. I'm going to try to get it to this, or at least somewhat close to that. But currently, that's not going to happen. Holy cow, how am I going to do... Oof. I could probably atlas everything that has the same texture without too much data loss. Especially like the copper. Copper is technically just a color. I don't think it has like too much to it. Let me see. Yeah, it got a little bit to it. Copper, scuff, copper. Why is the base not on there? Oh, I didn't like the color. That's why. Yeah, delete. I just picked my own color. Like, screw that crap. Entrance diffused. Okay, so yeah, delete that. I don't know why that's there. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tell you what I could do. That's not going to work either. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't want to lose the quality. I don't, guys. But as it stands right now, this world is not going to be very optimized. And it's going to pixelate the crap out of things. Holy crap. I wanted Quest users to be able to enjoy this world, but it's looking like I'm not going to be able to keep it under 100 megabytes for Quest. Well then. So other than baking my textures separately for my other world, there's not much I can do for doing the world size other than like... Holy crap. Other than replacing them. You know what I mean? I could literally use the... No, that might work. The file size might go down if I do it that way. Hold on a second, guys. Trim. Remember, if you write to that UV map, it's going to overwrite what you have, I think. For that image file. It's not going to overwrite the image. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, example atlas. This one. Sorry. Oops, hold on. Control Z. Oh yeah, unselect. There we go. Okay, go back to there. Okay, so this example atlas theater room. Now we have a 4K image, and hopefully it's smaller than that one. Let's see. Bake. Oh, cancel, 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 cancel. Nothing selected. Not baking to anything. I don't even know how I did that. This example atlas. That's the big one. We're baking to that other thing now. No, I don't even know how you were baking. How the hell are you baking? Okay, diffuse color, go. I wonder which one it was trying to bake to all of a sudden. So it's going to replace this image because I have clear image there. It's going to bake to the bigger UV map that I have. And then I'll be able to replace this diffused here and see if it looks any better. That way, instead of it being the whole picture, it will just be that space. And that'll dumb down the file size quite a bit. At least it'll be that. Oh my god. Here's to hoping. Oh god. Remember to have the example atlas showing over here if you want to see it update. If you have another picture here, obviously you're not going to see that picture. It'll be that other picture. There we go. I just want to kind of keep that center. No real reason not to. That's selected. That's selected. So now it's baking to that bigger image in 4K that has the ones going across this way and this way. Might be able to do something. I think about it. After this gets done baking. There may be some things that go off the edge of the light map area with this map. But there we go. Alright. It didn't change anything. That's a bit worrisome. And it doesn't look any better. Oh, because it's based off that UV, I think. No, it's the highlighted one. It didn't update. Example atlas. Example atlas. Hello? Why didn't you update? Hold on. Oh, no. You drive, Blender. Where else? Pictures. Atlas material. Open that shit. It's a blank image. It's literally a blank image. Example example atlas. Oh my god. Where's example atlas? That one's not saved anywhere. Example atlas. Example atlas. It should have overwrote. Let's make it to the other one that we can see, which is the saved one. Is what this is. I think this will be. Hold on. Let's bake to the saved one. The atlas material. A. This one. Select it. This one. Break down 4K. That's what it is. That one's a smaller image. Okay. Bake. That's why I didn't change, because I was baking it to the smaller image. I'm such a moron. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. gonna take a day. Oh no, that's seconds. So seconds, minutes, hours. It's gonna take an hour. Holy crap. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I'm not doing anything else, so why not take an hour? An hour for one material. Guys, if I do this, okay, so I'm gonna cancel this for a second. Okay, think about this for a second. If I do this to the entire world, I have one, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, don't count material, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 22. I have 22 materials in here. It will literally go one by one through those materials. It's an entire day of baking for a computer that is made to process. That could be because I'm streaming, but it'll have to go through that process 22 times to bake that 4K image. And that 4K image isn't that great, is it? Oh shit, hold on. Not on the right one. Come on, what are you doing? God, what the hell? My shit's breaking. Come on, guys. Oh, that's because I got the freaking. Never mind. So, if I just do this, I didn't let it bake through all the way, did I? Go here, go here. Diffused material to UV matte. Did I do this one? Or did I just do the small one? Hold on a second, let me see. I could have swore I did the 4K and it sucked. No, I didn't do the 4K because it was going to take an hour. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm going to wait and see what it looks like. If I have to do 4K images, so be it. I have to do 4K. And if I have to wait an entire day for everything to bake in, so be it. Maybe not. It does tend to get faster eventually. That's just a guesstimation. Had to go by this percent. This still take 30 minutes though. I mean, the black. I just want to make sure that the inside, this, looks good when attached. Like the normals are going to be messed up because they're not Atlas yet, but I want to make sure that everything looks good. I should be able to not worry about the roughness and stuff. If I want to, I can bake a normal map real quick. And I can show you how I can do that pretty fast. By just switching this drop down menu and hitting normal and then hit bake again. It shouldn't take half as long. My God. Roughly a day worth of baking is going to ensue. Maybe like 5 hours worth actually, because this is speeding up, as you noticed. Once it gets going, it's like, you know what? I'm good. Let's just do this. God, I hope this is good. Already 32% done. This is a 4K light map. It's 4 times bigger than that last one I did, which was at 1080. Oh my God. Better to compress in Unity than it is in Blender, that's for sure. The 4K to the light map, can I get that quality? Look at all the grains. We don't want this to change. We don't want the look to change. Or at least we don't want the look to change very much. Okay? Hopefully. It's clear. Now this is going to be about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes, yeah. It always over-exaggerates the time frame because it has to get going and get processing. Got to determine the workflow, and it's bad at guessing at first. So yeah, maybe like 5 hours of baking for a 4K light map or a UV map. I wouldn't go with a big UV map in Unity. I would in Blender for baking into materials, but not for Unity specifically because their light maps suck. You can compress the light maps though, which is better to do. Make a big light map and hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. But yeah, I'm just testing out things. I'm atlasing one of my materials. I just got done creating an atlas. It is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But up until I'd say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I wasn't too sure how to atlas all that well. So now that I've got it figured out, I'm trying to teach others to do the same thing and work within the confines of the program. I spent a lot of time, as they have too, trying to find shortcuts and workarounds for just using the program properly, and it always creates a lot of frustration and and sadness. God, I hope this turns out well. God knows I can't do an 8K light map. God, cannot do an 8K light map. This has to look the same. Please look the same. Yeah. It's not gonna matter for a lot of stuff. Boop, there we go. Okay, let's zoom into this. You know what? That's it's probably gonna look pretty bad actually. Oh God, I'm a little scared. Okay, we'll see. Let's switch the light map and add the object. Add the object and then switch the light map. Oh. Oh god. Oh god, it's so pixelated. Oh, that hurts my eyes. That quality on a 4K image. Oh, that is so terrible. Hmm. You know, we all gotta have our niche, our niches, our abilities. They all have to be different. Law of averages says that you know, everybody's gonna be good at something. Here's my other workaround for this. Okay, so let's detach this, put this back on here, switch it back to this. Okay, so here's my other theory. I bake it to this, just this, which is this nice big image. To try to take down the file size a little bit, but keep the quality completely. Let's see if that works. It's only going to do a cutout of the image in the shape of these things. Hopefully that works. All right, have a good one. Working on light map quality, this is great. Okay. Selected. Ah. Bake. Oh god, I hope this works. Gonna take about 10 minutes again. I feel like a lot of my friends might be a little angry at me now. So I'm trying to just do what I can on my own. I had a friend earlier today helping another friend with trying to get their world built and trying to put materials on while they were working, things of that nature, in Blender. And obviously, he's trying to convince her to use Pro Builder and Unity, which is not a replacement. It's a good tool, but it will never replace a program like Blender or 3D Max or anything like that, because it doesn't have all the tools necessary to make the items. So basically, what we have to do and understand is we as world creators are going to have to break down. We're going to have to step out of our comfort zone. And we're going to have to use the proper tools if we want the quality of our worlds to be top notch, like insanely top notch. Now seeing why the worlds that are as small as they are, and I was complaining about the texture quality, but I'm beginning to see why now and understand why their texture quality isn't as good as my worlds. But with that, I have a lot more textures, which sucks. Now, I might be able to get away with putting a few things on here and scaling it. But that just depends. But I'm going to have to approach the light map in such a different way to put objects together. The good news is my reflection probes will be amazing, and I can get more specific with them if I want to. But that would mean adding more of them and making the world bigger. Christ, I just can't win. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Okay. So I'll build it like I am. Try to take the textures down as much as possible in file size. Compress the textures. But I'm not going to atlas my world because I want the material quality. My last one was decent. So this one should be smaller in size, but just have as good a quality as ever without having to worry about the loss in quality. Yeah. Might be a little bigger, but you know, I'm trying to milk the quality as much as I possibly can. I want to be a top-notch creator. I want to get somebody's attention with my worlds. My club world is excellent quality, and you can get 90 frames, 100 frames, you know, in certain places. Obviously, once people start coming in, the frame rate drops because of the quality of the avatars. I can't get around that. That's not something I can fix. But I can make sure that as long as they, you know, keep themselves protected and don't show everybody's avatar, they will work very smoothly in my world. Ah, yeah. That's my hope. I doubt this will work, but I could just make like 5 separate atlases. That just depends on quality of the things, separate objects I have to have. But like they said, the best approach to this, and I keep fighting it myself, but I think in the long run I'm going to find that this is the best way to do it. Anything that's on the same that has the same material should be on the same atlas. So you'll have as many atlases as you have materials. If I have 22 materials, that's roughly 60 set pascals if you're looking at the entire world in whole by itself. So more than likely, actually technically 90. Yeah, about 90 set pascals. Way too many. But you're not going to be in seeing all 22 materials every room. So even if I had the most materials you're going to be seeing would be like object based. Okay. Huh. I might just have to give up on file size. I might be a PC only creator. I strive for quality, I really do. I can make stuff for Quest, but I'm going to tell them it's not going to look anywhere near like you want it to, just because of the limitations of Quest. Don't think you're going to get any of the detail in, in your world that Quest users get. That's pretty much all there is to it. As long as you're clever with materials, though, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. But you're never going to come close to a PC quality world. Not unless I generated like a freaking 10K light map. That'd take more than that. Yeah, to get quality up. Oops. Oh no, there we go. See, look at that, guys. Freaking phenomenal. I doubt I'm going to notice any difference with that. Look at that. And the file size for that 4K image is a lot smaller than the file size of the original image. So let me replace this real quick. Don't mind these lines are going to change because I'm changing the light map. And here we go. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to unplug everything else. Right? The normal, this, and specular. Okay? So as long as we don't notice any change in this look, we are golden. Okay, there we go. It's so minor. It's so minor. Let me see how big this picture is. This image is. Um, see if I can find it in my files. I know where it's at. Don't worry about my mess. No, okay, I gotta refresh this, don't I? There's no way that that's... Hold on. Where did this bake? Oh, I gotta save it. Okay. Image save. Bam. Now it's updated. Okay, there we go. So this image is only 1.5 megabytes? Holy crap. I was expecting so much bigger. So now, you add all that other stuff to it. It's good. Okay. All right. And we can bake the lighting into it and everything like that. It's only going to be like 1 point some K. No difference. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Ready? Not a lick of difference. This picture, see this one, 4K. Okay, so you want to see how big that picture is? Watch this. No, not that one. Or was that in D drive? Yeah, I think it was. Blender assets, textures. That's Hungarian 4K. Right? This one? Parquet? Yeah, Parquet 4K. This one is 12.8 megabytes, guys. I just took a 12 megabyte image and turned it to 1.5 with no quality loss. None. Because it's not having to make all that. That's just empty space. It's only rendering out these little areas right here. I love it. I love it. So that's going to be my approach. Those are already Atlas. Those can be separate. But to my world building, I may Atlas all the same materials together. This will be like 5 or 6, 7, about 7 different materials here. So that'll take it up to about 21 to 30, 30 set pascals. And that's really decent. That is really good. Yeah, that's just with the world. I know there's other things in there. I'm just guesstimating probably around 35 set pascals when it's all is said and done. With the quality that's there. Oh, I love that. I freaking love that. No change whatsoever. You see? Yeah, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna. Hold on a second. Okay. Go close to it. Top view. Okay, click. Here we go. A minor. You see that minor drop? Like, that's just ridiculous. But I could do an 8K image. You shouldn't. But downscaling from 8K down to 4K, and then it downscaling even more, it becomes crisper. It looks better to downscale. What's this original one? How big is it? Oh, listen. 2.8 megabytes, but what's the dimensions? Open. I mean, it's just 4K, but is it 2 or is it 4? 2 by 2 or is it 4 by 4? Hold on, 4K per K. Hold on a second, let me see something. What? JPEG. There it is. Oh, why does it look so blurry? Oh, because it's freaking scaled in the light map, right? Jesus. Doesn't even look that great. Okay, take up the whole square of a 4K image. Let me see. Hold on. I can't see the properties of this. Oh, there we go. It's a JPEG. Doesn't say dimensions. I have to open in Let me open it with Photoshop. Give me a second, guys. Hmm. I don't have to unplug it with that. How am I doing? Put the specular back on. Put the roughness back on. Put the normal back on. Damn. Shit. Hold on. Yeah. Huh. There we go. I can just go back and forth with these. 12 megabyte. Yeah, a little bit cleaner. 1.5 megabyte. 1.5 megabytes. From 12. And it no longer has to be scaled because it is scaled. Hmm. Wow. That's incredible. Incredible. I love that. I gotta say, it's not the best at it, but that's pretty intense. You ask me. It's pretty intense. Oh god, like yeah, look how freaking detailed that is. Like you can go really freaking close. And this is about what it's supposed to be like, all the little imperfections and stuff and all the wood grains. That's how detailed it is. But yeah, Photoshop. Okay, so Photoshop has it at 496 by 496, so it's a 4K image. If I zoom in, it's doing the same thing. It doesn't get pixelated till about there. Then once you're right here, it just looks like wood. I'm sorry. Can't move that way. Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like wood. Really, I might be able to do better with that one. Oopsie. There we go. Okay. So reattach this to the color. Okay. Select this. 4096, but this is too late for that. You don't want to upscale anything because upscaling to downscale is bad. Not going to help it. God, I love that. It's so subtle. Tell you the truth, guys, I'm probably going to end up using the 12 megabyte one. I'm just going to ultra crunch compress it and just make it so it doesn't have any detail taken out of it. Because it'll get down to like 1.5 megabytes. Easy. Without losing quality. So this step will be unnecessary too, to an extent. I won't have to bake all those different textures together. So I can't get the quality. Oh no, I do have to bake because I want the lighting. That's right. But okay. At least now we know. Example, 4K. We know how to alice it now. We know how to get those textures cooked in. We're going to do it without that secondary. Everything else is going to have its own atlas, its own UV map. So nothing will have overlapping UVs. And I will just let Unity do a generic bake while my textures will have lighting baked in 4K. I'll have to create those 4K images with light per object. Yeah, per object. But when I'm done, it is going to look fucking beautiful. Great. Great. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm clicking on stuff. Need to go. Should just stop. Yeah. I don't really feel like I should stop chiming into everybody else's. I mean, I know everybody has a different approach, and eventually they do come around to the full circle of things and how things are made. But you just gotta you just gotta be happy with it. You do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bake all the images. I'm gonna bake all the images. When I render it out, oh, maybe that's what the problem was, the rendering. The bake quality. Bake quality? Baking, baking, baking. Where's the baking? Max bounces. Baking, there we go. Okay, so diffuse, direct, indirect, color, output, image texture. There we go. Shit. That one. Output. Image texture. Yeah. RGB. That's fine. Sampling. I think that's what it was the sampling was down for the rendered bake. 1080, maybe? do that. See what happens when I do that and rebake that UV. Not UV. Kidding. There we go. Go back to Atlas material. Yeah, it's like to add it in. Input. Texture. No, texture. Image texture. Open. Atlas for textures. Atlas material. There we go. Open. There we go. That's pretty freaking close. Okay, so if we do this, have it selected, you go back to the mesh, you make sure it's that one. Selecting that. Now, be up to that. This is a 4K image. And bake the direct and indirect for just this to see how long it's going to take. Probably not an hour like it said originally. And hit bake. I'm listening to music, so I'm keeping myself entertained. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. It's going to take like 30 minutes. It's literally calculating the lighting and a whole bunch of other crap. Base. I've been messing around with this for an hour. 1% for about 2 minutes, minute and a half, and it'll get faster as it goes. That's about 30 minutes, maybe about 30 minutes, if I had to guess. Guys, this is going to look a little darker, and it's going to look a little different because I'm baking the lighting into it. You're going to notice some orange tinge and some lighter tinged areas, like semi glossy. I don't know how to explain it. Okay? But you're going to notice it on here. There's going to be orange spots or orange spots, and there's going to be more white spots built into the texture, and hopefully it's going to be higher quality than this. If you had to guess, how long? Hour and a half. I guess about 30 minutes. But you're going to take a 12 megabyte image down to about 2 or 3. And from there, you can lose a little bit more quality visually without killing your texture, like I did in my other world. And really, all you need to bake is the diffused. All your other textures, their normals and their roughness and their other things can be compressed, super compressed down to like really small stuff. But it's really important to rebake your diffused because you need to bake the lighting in to make it look anywhere near like you really want it to. Without the direct and indirect light of your scene, you're only going to guess how it's going to look. You're going to say, well, I want it to look like this, but Unity's light map editor light map generator sucks. So much better in cycles. Don't do it in Eevee. You'll have a very crappy diffuse map if you do it in Eevee, I think. Eevee is just crappier, I think. Not 100% sure on that, but that's what people say. And you'll notice it's just flat base colors of just the wood. No normals, no anything else. Now, like I said, if I really wanted to, if I wanted to properly atlas this entire world, I would probably have to have like over a 10K image. I would probably have to multiply this 4K by the area of this. What would I need? This came out relatively good, so I would be accepting of this. If I wanted to atlas, how big of a picture would I need? That's that big. 3 that way and about 3 that way. 9. Okay. Oh my god. 4. Yeah. I would need at least a 12K image to get this quality. And then I could compress it from there. Yeah. You might think it would be huge, but it wouldn't. I don't think it'll accept a 4K or a 16K image though. I'd have to split it up into different 4K maps. Huh. Dun, dun, dun. What am I doing? All right, see you later. I know you guys don't want to watch